Hey, thanks for joining me today. I'm Brandon, and today we're going to be talking about the changes to the upcoming model year 2024 leisure travel vans, Unity and Wonder. Now, the Unity is getting the most changes because they are getting a chassis change with Mercedes Benz. Brand new motor, brand new transmission. And then in the house, not a ton of changes, but I can tell you that the changes that they are making, it's about to make the leisure travel vans way more expensive. So let's get into all of these changes and then kind of guesstimate how much more are you going to be paying for a leisure travel van starting in the model year 2024. Okay, before we get into it, this video is brought to you by SnapPad. Now, SnapPad is one of the very first things that we did to both our leisure travel van as well as to our Airstream Globetrotter. Now, on our Airstream, we have the stabilizer system, and on our leisure travel van, we have the leveling system. And so SnapPads are like permanently mounted shoes for those metal feet of those stabilizers and levelers. So you never want to be without them. No more crawling under your coach trying to put those little orange plastic blocks or pieces of wood underneath there, right? And so going to be so much better. So if you want to get SnapPads for your RV, be sure you use the code PAGOSA10 to save 10% off, and you can get those in the link in the description below, or go to pagosasupply.co where you will also find this information as well. Now, on with the video. Okay, first up, let's take a look at the Unity, because this is going to be the biggest changes because Mercedes is changing that chassis, that engine, and that transmission. Now then, I do know that this is going to be a price increase from Mercedes to leisure travel vans, and of course that's going to be passed on to you, the consumer. So let's look at the changes and see exactly what we're getting for our money. All right, now Mercedes is changing over to a 2-liter turbocharged i4 diesel from a V6, and you're going to get 208 horsepower and 332 feet-pound of torque compared to the old motor, which had 188 horsepower and 325 feet-pound of torque. So a little bit of a bump, and I'm really curious to see how that plays out in real-world scenarios. Can you feel that power? If you pull a toad, are you going to be able to pull it just a little bit easier? Now then, the reason that they're doing this is they're saying that you're going to get better fuel consumption, lower emissions, up to 30 pounds lighter. That means you can throw another camp chair in there, right? And then you're also going to have high torque at lower speeds and quiet noise and vibration levels. Now then, this is interesting because I feel like ours is already pretty quiet. I have a 2022 Ford F350 that has a diesel engine, and it is way louder than the Mercedes. And so I don't really see that as a problem, but supposedly you're going to get a quieter engine. Now then, and low engine speeds. Of course, that is going to hopefully culminate into that better fuel economy. So now let's take a look at the transmission. All right, 9-speed transmission in lieu of the 7-speed transmission, which is in ours, which they say is going to have a higher overall gear ratio, quicker shifting, increased driving comfort, and quieter noise levels. Now, I will say I do believe that these 2 extra gears are going to make a world of difference in driving. The turbocharged engine does have a little bit of a lag, so I'm interested to see if this helps with that at all. Now then, quicker shifting, I've never really had a problem in mind. Notice that shifting is a problem, but I will say having those 2 extra gears is going to be a luxury item for sure. Then, of course, increased driving comfort, do believe that. Quieter noise levels. I can tell you this, the noise levels in your engine and transmission are going to be the least of your worries, because in an RV, you've got all kinds of stuff clanging and clacking back in the back, and I really doubt that these quieter noise levels that they talked about with the engine and with the transmission are going to make that big of a difference at all. Now then, here's what I'm excited about is a digital rear view mirror. There's so many people out there doing this modification themselves, buying something on Amazon. I've not yet to try that. I've got a couple of ways that we use for a rear view camera, but I do think that this is a fantastic addition. Super glad that this is coming, because for some reason I have no clue why, but I don't know if it's Mercedes or leisure travel vans that turns off the rear view camera while you're driving down the road. So anyway, this is a nice and welcome addition, but again, your chassis is going to cost more than previous versions, and so expect to pay more. Okay, let's jump over to the house and see exactly what Leisure Travel Vans has for us in 2024. Okay, the very first thing is something that's not real sexy, and that is a brand new pantry rack system. Not sure what they're changing. They don't have a photo of it, but they're starting us off slow because the next item is a massive hit to your wallet and something that, some people really don't care about. Me personally, I care about this, and they are making their Dragonfly lithium batteries standard on every leisure travel van going forward. Now that means you are paying over $4,000 for basically $2,000 worth of batteries, making it impossible to upgrade to a 3,000 watt inverter if you like, making you pay a ton of money per amp hour over some of the competitors. Of course, we are Lithionics fans. I have Lithionics 320 amp hours in our coach, 3,000 watt inverter, run our air conditioner, basically 65% more battery than this, but Leisure Travel Vans is making you purchase it. So if you want to change it out, and if you want to upgrade your inverter and all that, you basically got to scrap those $4,000, $4,100 worth of batteries. Not a big fan of this. I'm assuming they did so at one point. I know they were trying to talk to Lithionics about having that as an option. Winnebago bought Lithionics from my friend Steven, so I think that put the kibosh on that. Now then, Mercedes Benz removable rubber floor mats. Hey, you don't have to buy WeatherTechs anymore like we did. Fantastic. Rear mount for dinette table on twin bed. Not sure what that is. Smart TVs for all sizes. I think this is a good thing. We use an Apple TV in ours. Some people use Roku. Some people use, whatever they like as far as a Fire Stick, something like that. This will make it where you don't have to have an alternative to that. I would probably still use an Apple TV though, because I'm in the ecosystem and Apple TV is fantastic. Now then, another big hit to your wallet, because I do believe this is more expensive than the Dometic, like in mine, and that is the new Truma air conditioner. But I do believe this is going to be a better, quieter air conditioner, so probably well worth the money. And then they're adding USB-C to the back house in addition to their USB-A, so being able to plug in your phones and things for your 12 volt. And then an updated fixed dinette table on the rear lounge and twin bed. Again, no photo, so not sure what that is. Discontinued. A 3.2 kilowatt Onan diesel generator with auto start. So I have a diesel generator. I'm not sure if they're just getting rid of the diesel generator overall. If you saw my video about if I would choose a diesel generator again, which I would not, I would choose a propane. This really is not that big of a deal. To me anyway, might be to you. And then of course they're getting rid of their AGM batteries that came standard with the coach, where you could just take those out and put a nice Lithionics in there and have 320 amp hours instead of 200 amp hours. So but that is gone as well. An HDMI switch box is no longer available because they're moving over to a smart TV, so you're not going to necessarily need to plug in different items for the two different TVs if your LTV has it like ours do. Removable carpeted floor mats, and the smart Blu-ray player. Now, I'm a fan of the Blu-ray player, having one at least, because sometimes when you're out in the middle of nowhere, if you don't have Starlink and you want to watch something, a movie or something, well, you have a Blu-ray player. That doesn't require internet access. But anyway, that's gone, but they're about $20 at a garage sale if you want to find one anyway. Okay, the only other change that I can see is they're keeping all of their interior colors, but they have added a brand new fabric for the bedding in the TB and the corner bed. And so not sure what that's going to look like, but I'm assuming it's going to be that color right there. And unlike last year, they are keeping all of their exterior paint colors. Since I've been looking at them since about 2019, they used to have a burgundy, which was a really beautiful model as well. And then, of course, I have the denim, which they recently switched out to add the Atlantic blue, but everything basically stays the same here. Okay, let's jump over to the Wonder and see what changes are there. Okay, 0 chassis changes. You Wonder folks, you got a big chassis change last year, I believe, or maybe the year before that, because you got the new gas engine, you got the new big 12-inch screen, and all of the features like adaptive cruise control, all of that good stuff in the Wonder model with that Ford Transit, making that Wonder even more competitive with the Unity, right? There's not a lot of differences now. So if you like a gas engine, go with the Wonder, and if you like the diesel engine, well, you're going to have to go with the Unity. And so, but let's go over to the house and see what changes are there, because a lot of them are exactly like the Unity. Okay, over in the house, it's basically the same as the Unity. You're getting that new Truma Aventa Eco air conditioner, which again, I believe is a fantastic addition. But you're having to pay all that money for those Dragonfly batteries. And then, of course, the only thing that I can see, you're getting a water filtration system. I didn't know that the Wonder didn't have one in the first place. And then, of course, basically everything else is exactly the same. And, of course, discontinued the smart Blu-ray player. Again, pick one up at a garage sale if you want one. And dual 6-volt AGM batteries, which you could have easily pulled out and put in a nice Lithionics or another brand that has much higher capacity than 200 amp hours for much cheaper too, by the way, per amp hour for sure. And then, of course, that HDMI switch box is gone as well. All right, and then in the colors, as far as it goes, just like with the Unity, now this fabric, it just says bedding. So I do know that there's more bedding options in the Wonder because of that front twin bed, that rear twin bed. Usually your Murphy beds, your MBLs, your FXs and stuff don't come with any kind of bedding at all. And then, of course, exterior-wise, again, still no changes there. Okay, so that wraps it up. The Unity is going to cost considerably more than in the past. The Wonder, of course, it's going to cost more. Whether you like it or not, you're getting those Dragonfly batteries. And so, I mean, if you're just a person that just wants 200 amp hours and don't care how much it costs, that's going to be a great change for you. You don't even have to think about it. They're just going to be there. But for us DIYers, for us folks that want more power than that, we want a 3,000 watt inverter. Then of course you're going to just pay for those and then rip them out and sell them for a few $100s and basically put in a higher capacity battery. I do think that's a bummer, but I mean, I understand why Leisure Travel Vans is doing it, but at this price, at this point, you know, just get what you want. If you want to rip those batteries out, that's just going to be something you're going to have to do to put something else in if you want a 3,000 watt inverter, or if you just want more capacity overall. Okay, so what do you think? Put your comments down below. Are these good changes? Are these bad changes? What do you think it's going to cost? So on and so forth. I do know that more Leisure Travel Vans are going to be becoming available because they are getting more expensive. People who ordered 2-3 years ago thought they were get them for under $200,000. I would highly doubt that there is a sub $200,000 Leisure Travel Van going forward for the Unity, at least. Wonders they will still be under $200,000, I do believe. However, you can get a $200,000 Wonder with the MBL version. So, what's it going to look like? What's the future of Leisure Travel Vans? I do think it's going to be easier to get one, so if you don't mind paying, then they're going to be more readily available. I'm still under the guise, buy a used one if you don't want to wait or you don't want to pay those high prices, because at the end of the day, I still believe Leisure Travel Vans is by far the best brand when it comes to these Class B+, small Class C RVs. But anyway, that's it for this week. Put your comments down below. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, also the notification bell, and that thumbs up. Really appreciate all of that. And we will see you next time.